Oh my gosh, honey. We have been planning this
Here we
trip
are.
for a long, long time. It's our retirement road trip. I like to call it our US or our US adventure. And a big milestone stop on this US or US tour was being here in Maine. We made it to Maine yesterday. This is as far as we're gonna go in
Yep.
terms of distance, getting away from Washington. That wasn't really our
That's the
choice.
Atlantic Ocean.
That is it. We put our toes in it yesterday.
Yep.
Our goal wasn't to get away from Washington, but just to get away and see, as you would say, there's
See,
nothing.
there's nothing. There's so much to see from the ground up.
Yeah,
So
and
we're seeing it
it's
for
been
sure.
it's been awesome. It's been
Yeah.
awesome. So we're only a third of our way. Uh, we've been gone a month. We're going to be gone a total of 3. So even though we're far away, we've still got some travel time together. But we did really believe that God has plans. In fact, He had a plan and He's working that plan. And that's what our belief was for our marriage in this trip. And so I'm just curious. I want to ask you, honey. We've been on the road together for a month. Has this changed our marriage in a month?
We don't have a choice. We're living in 200 square feet, so yes, there's been changes. But in the marriage, it's been great because it's really, for me, on my side of the pancake, just shown to have a little more patience because we're in such a small area. We're in a great area, but we're in a small living quarters. And so that's been, a little bit challenging at times, but I think that it has changed because it's kind of helped create a little more patience for me. So what about you?
When I thought about this question, I'm going to be honest with you, my initial response was no. But we actually talked about this earlier, and you pointed out, yeah, gosh, we have been living in tight quarters,
Yeah.
but we've also just been doing more things together. I think
Yes.
you had pointed that out. Right?
Totally
We're
true.
spending more time in the same space with each other, not entirely glued to our screens, spending time in, like you like to say, to be in your world.
Yeah.
And I got to be in Sherry's world as we explored her father's footsteps in Utica, New York.
Fabulous.
Right? Or her birthplace in Buffalo and the sort. So I think
Fabulous.
being in each other's worlds and you catering to some of my interests along the way has also really helped us grow together.
Yeah.
I think what's spectacular is that even when there have been challenges, our level of patience and grace to each other has been different. And so I didn't
I
think.
agree with that. It's so much smaller that when it starts to feel like it's getting going, climbing a little, it doesn't climb as much as it used to. It stays down at a lower because we're kind of stuck with each other in this small, tight quarter. So we want to make the best of it, and so that God's given us just a platform for patience and
Yeah.
having that. So I think that's a really good point. That our patience level in a good way is it's gone down. We clean it up quicker than letting
Yeah.
it go longer, which will bring me to something that I wanted to share, and that was when we went to Niagara Falls. It was fabulous. Um, we went where we went the first time. We were at the top of the falls, so we could see the falls going, the water going over into the falls, and it was so gorgeous, so beautiful, so wonderful, until we drove across into the Canadian side, and then it was the falls. It was like you could see the falls. It was massive, and it made me think about in our everyday life how sometimes things are just can be really simple. We just stay in that norm. What did you call it?
It was really insightful, whatever it was.
Okay,
Yeah.
it was so insightful that it was just that normal everyday living. And then when we got to the fall side, the big side, I was like, there's so much more in that. Step out of that normal everyday living and explore something else. No matter what it is, explore it, because I was thrilled that I went to the other side because we went on a zip line on the side of the Canadian side falls, and that was fabulous. And I had a whole new vision of
Yeah.
mindsets of stepping out a little.
Yeah, and I don't think you have to go across the country to
Yeah,
do that. I think,
yeah, true.
as you had said, find your own Yellowstone was
Yeah,
one of the
yeah.
phrases you used earlier, and I think this was just yet another reminder of, sometimes we have to, in our existing space, create something different. There's no reason, we have found a new level of grace and mercy for each other.
Totally.
We're not without conflict, but we're finding that we have the ability to really reduce and minimize that conflict and get really to the heart of the needs of each other. And we didn't have to come to Maine to figure that out, right? And
Right.
you don't have to either. I think God is presenting us those opportunities all the time. And I love the analogy that you have about the falls. The falls are beautiful. It's the first time I've been there to see
Yeah,
them.
same for me.
And I love the U.S., right? Very patriotic. But I got to tell you, Canada has got the best views of those falls. You see it from a completely different perspective. And it was just a 7-minute drive to see that. So it doesn't take much to really open up our minds and see a broader and more beautiful perspective for him. So we just wanted to share that with you today.
Yes, yes.
We're just continuing to pray for you and trust that God is working vibrantly in your life. And we look forward to continuing to share our own journeys on this us adventure.
And I feel like the wind is going to take me away. I feel like the flying nun. You have to be my age to know what I'm talking about. God bless you all. Have a wonderful day. And we'll see you on the next one.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.